And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run on first down. McFarland, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. Switch. 61, match box, right.
Here's 2nd and 8. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining,
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Ready.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got a man in the crossing route. That's Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets
blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, he rifles one that's intercepted. But Shaq taps it here with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Go, set. 60 outlaw.
Check back.
Hey, Delta. 5.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the twist. Speed grip.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Elliott running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll get 3 up to midfield. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
Hey, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, exit. Deep grip.
And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness. He puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up.
It's a foot race. The 30. 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cooper was the target there. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
70, Indy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down. On 1st down, McFarland. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
It's a gain of 10. And the Cowboys first down.
6-6. Pull it high. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Greystone, travel.
2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Herbert. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 4. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Herbert, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert looking for Cooper. That's complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looking to throw. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The quick slant caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready to break.
59. Mine's 59. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking deep in the direction of... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down, Cowboys.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Matchbox lights.
On 1st down, Herbert being chased out left. He'll try, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
What we got?
To throw again. Lawrence. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Extra point forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. We got this.
Throwing again. Lawrence. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
one up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, and my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my